Happy Batman Day. Well, actually, that was yesterday, but happy Batman weekend? So yesterday, as you guys probably saw, James Gunn, Jim Lee, and the project head of Traveler's Tales, along with LEGO Group, appeared in a 8-minute video on, I believe, Warner Brothers page or something like that, discussing LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. And they gave us a lot of information. So I'm going to fill you guys in on everything that's happening. If you haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you haven't already. Really helps out the channel a lot. And let's get into this. So yesterday, being Batman Day, besides me celebrating, covering different Batman games, which was a lot of fun, by the way. In fact, I might even be doing a Batman stream tonight. I don't know. Or it's Power Rangers. I forgot. It doesn't matter. Well, you have a Batman video here, but that's besides the point. So, yeah. Yesterday, we had the likes of James Gunn, Jim Lee, the project head of LEGO Batman, and so many other people discussing what you can expect from the new LEGO Batman 4 game. And I know, it's not LEGO Batman 4, it's a reboot. I've been saying it's a reboot since the beginning, but it's a lot easier to say LB4 than Dark Knight Legacy or Legacy of the Dark Knight. Okay? So just deal with it, and let me do my thing. Thank you. Anyway, the game will open up with Batman being a little kid. So we'll get to see little Bruce Wayne hanging out at Wayne Manor, and he is going to be wearing his Gray Ghost costume. So the Gray Ghost, as we've talked about before, is in this universe. So it's a nice little homage to Adam West, as well as the animated series, which this game is going to borrow so many different Batman elements from different incarnations over the past 80 years. So you're going to see Adam West influences, you're going to see animated series, you're going to see Keaton, Kilmer, I don't know about Clooney, maybe, Bale, and Pattinson, and probably Affleck, and all kinds of stuff. Like, all the movie Batmen are going to show up in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's their Batmobiles, their Batsuits, that's already been, confirmed. So, I wouldn't worry about that. I know a lot of people are always like, oh, what's going on? They've shown now 4 film Batman, but they still haven't said anything about Affleck. You already know the BVS Batmobiles in this. I showed you the leak, so don't worry about it. I guarantee you all 7 Batsuits that were film-based will be in this game. So I don't think you need to worry about it. They are super fans of Batman, and a lot of the people at Traveler's Tales really like Affleck, which is why they included him in, again, LEGO DC Supervillains. So people need to stop all the doom and gloom that Affleck is going to get sidebarred. It's not going to happen. So just relax, okay? They're going to be releasing little nuggets of joy about this game until release. So eventually, on their Twitter, just like with the animated series skin yesterday, and the Batman Forever sonar suit, so the Kilmer, they'll probably do that to Affleck too. So sometime down the road, you'll see Affleck's BVS Batsuit displayed on their Twitter. I guarantee it. Unless they're saving it for DLC, which we know there's no microtransactions, so, probably get a Twitter reveal eventually. In fact, Traveler's Tales should probably do a reveal, because it's making, fans of Batfleck kind of nervous that they're really not doing much about that. So I'm just saying, maybe your next video tease or interview, you could finally shed some light with the Bat Signal about Batfleck. Now, I know things personally, but based on reasons, I can't say them out loud. So I have to be a good person. But, yeah, anyway. So, getting back to it, Wayne Manor, very beginning of the game, you're hanging out with Bruce Wayne. You're in the Gray Ghost costume. Bruce falls down the well, just like in Batman Year 1. And, of course, Batman Begins. You're unfortunately going to see the death of the Waynes. Then there's going to be a fast forward to where you are in the Himalayas, and you're training with the League of Assassins, and there is going to be a big emphasis on a romance with Talia al Ghul. Obviously. Makes sense. So Talia is going to be your side character that's going to be hanging out with you at the beginning of the game. Whether or not she comes back later in the story, I don't know. But she will be, just like Commissioner Gordon was your sidekick character, Talia will be your side character that the second player can play. And yes, it will be split screen. So, vertical split screen. That's a problem for you. I mean, based on all the LEGO games I've played, I'm kind of used to it, but I get it, They did officially confirm and show it in yesterday's video, So, how this will work is each chapter, Batman will have a character to hang out with him, whether it's Commissioner Gordon, Robin, Batgirl, whatever. And these characters will be how the other second player comes into it, or you can just play with one player and switch between Batman and his secondary character, which would be his sidekick or his partner or whatever you want to say. Okay? So after the Himalayas, then you come back to Gotham City, and there's so much for you to do. Now, I don't know 100% if the first mission as Batman is with the Red Hood gang. I don't know. It could be the whole Batman Begins thing with Carmine Falcone. I'm not sure. So we'll have to wait until the game officially comes out. But here's what we do know about free roaming thanks to the video. So I don't remember if it was James Gunn or if it was Jim Lee discussing it or even the project head. But they did go over some things about free roaming. And they showed you some things about free roaming. First and foremost, when you're riding in the Batmobile, you can jettison out of it just like you did in the Arkham Knight game. So basically, you remember you're driving the Batmobile and then you catapult yourself out of the vehicle. You can do that in the new Lego Batman game as well. When you're free roaming, there will be civilians that will be asking for help from Batman, and Batman can go find them and help them out. So there will be random crimes that you can stop as Batman or one of his allies. So that's actually kind of cool. It was similar to how it was in the Arkham games, but since the Arkham games were so barren, I would say this is more akin to like the 2018 Spider-Man game, or even the old Spider-Man 2 game on GameCube and PS2, where there were lots of bad guys and little things that you could do as a superhero to make yourself feel more heroic. The same can be said in Lego Batman 4, Legacy of the Dark Knight. So that's cool, and we actually did get to see that. So they showed Batman gliding around the city, and there was like some civilian in trouble. Batman came down, attacked the bad guys, and rescued the person in danger. So, if you like doing heroic stuff, you'll be able to do that. So there you go. That's pretty dope. They did not speak a lot about Batmite, so I don't know anything more than what I told you guys last time. Batmite will have different shops throughout Gotham where you'll go and use certain things that you get in the game to unlock costumes and Batmobiles, along with other great little Batman goodies, whatever those are, I don't know. With Catwoman, they confirmed that her costume is based on Batman Returns, and that it is the Zoe version of Catwoman, kind of, from the Batman, yet she's Michelle Pfeiffer, so I don't know, but it is what it is. So you have that. No more information about Catwoman's role. Again, the previous news video, I believe, from a month ago, I talked about how Catwoman in free roaming, you will have the ability to rob people because she's an anti-hero. So you can go into jewelry stores, you can go into high-rise buildings and steal, which would be very interesting to see what the Bat family thinks about that, but you have the option of doing that, so there you go. They didn't really show anything about that, though. They talked about that in an interview quite a while ago. They also showed a new location that I believe we didn't know about before. On their Twitter, during Batman Day, they had a special Bruce Wayne segment where they showed Bruce Wayne as a little kid, talking about the Grey Ghost and all this other stuff. And then when he came back to Gotham, we saw that he was hanging out at the Iceberg Lounge. So Penguin's Iceberg Lounge will have a big role, as I believe the Iceberg Lounge was a part of Matt Reeves' universe as well. So I'm guessing it'll be based on the version from Matt Reeves' universe. Like, since Penguin is a combination of Danny DeVito's Penguin and Colin Farrell's Penguin. So it would make sense that some elements of both the animated series and other things would be included in this game, which, as you know, the Iceberg Lounge played a very big role in the last season of Batman the Animated Series and the Arkham games. So there you go. So Iceberg Lounge confirmed. Nothing new to report on the Court of Owls, just various graffiti that's been popping up in different screenshots and things like that. So I'm assuming the Court of Owls will have some type of role. We just don't know what it is. I did a whole video speculating what I think the role of the Court of Owls would be. If you would like to check that out, the video is right over there, or here, or there, or whatever. Click that, and, figure out what's going on with that. Now, again, these are just fun speculation videos, but the Court of Owls will have a role of some significance in Lego Batman 4. They showed off some different Batmobiles, so we'll talk about this. Before, the only Batmobiles that were confirmed was the Bale 2005 Tumbler, and of course, the Batman Batmobile, the Charger, that Pattinson drives in the 2022 movie. Today, or yesterday, a little while ago, whatever, doesn't matter, continuity, they showed the Batman Forever Batmobile, briefly, and they also showed the 1966 Adam West Batmobile. So both of those Batmobiles are in the game, which is 100% confirmed now thanks to the video from James Gunn. Batmobiles that we know are in the game that haven't been officially confirmed yet, but were leaked, which I showed you before, was animated series, BVS Batmobile, and Arkham Batmobile, as, you know, proven by these screenshots here. We also now know, based on the fact that the Batman animated series suit was displayed on their Twitter prominently to help celebrate Batman Day, which, make no mistake, this Batman game coming out is a literal celebration of everything Batman in one game. At least that is what both James Gunn and Jim Lee said in that video, which I wish I could show you all the video, but super copyright. You can only show you the gameplay. But both of those guys were making a very strong argument that this new Batman game is a celebration of everything Batman. It has everything in this that a Batman fan who's in their 40s, 30s, 20s, teens, or a little kid is going to eat up and love. You know? There will be something in this game for everyone who grew up with some type of version of Batman. If you grew up with the animated series Batman like me and Keaton, you're in for a treat. If you grew up with the Bale version of Batman, there's a lot of Bale aspects in the game, Easter eggs, references, Batmobiles, weaponry, all kinds of stuff. You're good. If you enjoyed the Affleck version of Batman, he's in the game. We'll figure out what he does later. Maybe they do a warehouse sequence. I don't know. But, I mean, you know, it is Arkham Combat, so you could already make the argument that they already do have elements of Batfleck in it, as well as Arkham. And then, of course, you have the new generation's Batman, Pattinson, who is the main Batman. He is the Batman suit that you will start out at the beginning of the game, along with his Batmobile. And then other things will be unlocked as you go. Which makes sense, right? Yeah, it's not a big deal. I, for one, probably won't be using the Pattinson suit very long. As soon as I'm able to unlock suits during my playthrough, you can bet that I will be donning whatever Batsuit I get my hands on. And, of course, making lore videos and all kinds of fun stuff. This is going to be a Batman game that you're going to see a lot of content for some time. The only way that it's not going to happen on this channel is if a plane falls on my house and, you know, I just disappear. And even then, my ghost will come back and find a way. I've been waiting for this game for quite a while. So, you know, it's going to be a blast next year. 2026, I cannot wait for it. Now I want to talk about stuff that I'm not okay with, that I'm concerned about. Since there may only be 35 Batman suits, that means there's only 35 slots. So, Traveler's Tales did something I didn't like. And I'm just going to be very brief because, you know, I love these guys. They're amazing. They're one of my favorite developers for, like, going on as long as I've been on YouTube. But I'm not a fan of the fact that they included the first appearance suit for Batman, which is fine. But then they also gave us the 1940s serial Batsuit, which is essentially the same suit with less color. So it's like the whole Smash Brothers roster thing. It's like they took up a slot. I know it sounds dumb, but if we are limited with Batman suits, and they still haven't shown Affleck or, you know, more animated Batman cartoon suits, or, you know, Hush or 1970s Batsuit, or something more iconic than 40s serial Batman that nobody cares about, because those serials did not age well, for one, and they were poorly made, for one, and they don't really have a lot of fandoms. Like, there aren't many people alive today that remember fondly the serial Batman movies, which were just really lame. Now, Adam West, I mean, Adam West is Adam West, of course. You know, they showed off Adam West stuff, they showed his Batmobile, they showed his Batsuit. That's fine. That's great. Everybody loves Adam West. But serial 1940s Batman, when you already have 1939 suit, I mean, come on. You just took up a slot. And again, I don't know how many slots. This could be a complete moot argument. It doesn't matter. Like, there could be 60 Batsuits, but if there's only 35, you've now taken up an important slot that could have been for something more iconic, like the Batman Beyond suit, or Nightfall, or like the 2004 The Batman, Kingdom Come, Long Halloween, Justice League, something, you know? We could be having a Batsuit that was just now taken from a slot for a more iconic thing, like the recent Absolute Batman, or the brand new 2025 Batman comic suit, or even the cool Kamen Rider Batman suit that also released this year. So I really hope that Traveler's Tales doesn't do that. And what I mean by that, Robin's in the game, right? And of course, every character is going to have a first appearance costume. There is no reason to have first appearance Robin from 1940 plus Spurt Ward Robin from the 66 Adam West show, when his costume is exactly the same as his first appearance. Now, you could make the argument that Batgirl's Batgirl costume from the 66 show, all purple, is different than her first appearance comic look, which is true, so you could get away with that. But Robin's first appearance is exactly the same as what Burt Ward was wearing. So there's no reason to duplicate that, especially if only the sidekicks, theoretically, are only going to get 10 suits, you know? That'd be kind of bad. But, you know, again, we don't know how many suits everybody's going to have. This whole idea that, you know, there's only 100 suits in total and Batman has 35 and each hero has 10, it's gotten people a little bit on nerves, especially with this whole, like, I wouldn't say it's a controversial thing, but having the 1940 serial suit when you already have the 1939 suit seems kind of silly. Now, again, Traveler's Tales has access to the DC archives, so they have been studying for years everything Batman, from comics, merchandise, TV shows, video games. You know, the entire history of Batman is going to be showcased in this game, and it is great. Like, this is a love letter to all Batman fans, but at the same time, someone like me who just can't let go of things, now a slot has been taken! So, you know, in the description of this video, I've written down all the bat suits that I would like to see, and I guarantee you one of these suits that I've written down is one of your favorite. Like, when you think of Batman, you picture him wearing one of these suits. So, now in your mind, I want you to be in my shoes. You have just lost one slot out of supposed 35 bat suits that is probably from this list of suits that you want to see. You'll have to erase one of the suits from my list, because it is not going to show up in the game now. But anyway, now I want to hear from all of you guys. How do you feel about the info dump that happened during Batman Day? Are you upset that they didn't announce the next Batman actor for the DCU, that they didn't announce a new video game or a TV show or anything like that? Or are you very happy that they announced more stuff for Lego Batman 4, Legacy of the Dark Knight? Let me know in the comment section below. I will keep you guys updated as the news continues to develop for this game, because there will be a lot. Tokyo Game Show is coming out, New York Comic Con is coming out, so I'm sure we'll get more updated details as we go. This is my most anticipated game for 2026, so I am going to be covering this game like there's no tomorrow, so don't worry about that. And I'm just like poking fun at Traveler's Tales a little bit. Again, nothing but love for those guys. I've been covering their games since 2008. Actually, even before then. I was a game journalist writing about their games when Lego Star Wars came out. So I have nothing but love and adoration for Traveler's Tales. But when they make a slip up like this, I'm going to call them on it, because if you love somebody, you tell them when they're doing something wrong. Okay? Alright, so anyway, guys, God bless Happy Gaming. Thanks so much for watching. Keep it locked here for more Lego Batman info and whatever Batman game is played on this channel. Later, Gothamites.